This is Island Emory in the Village, straight from Taverna Costera in the Arts District. You know what? I got a great show in store for you folks. I got the lovely Gwen and as well as Paul. I guess you could say executive director. This is the boss, I guess I would have to say. And so Gwen Strain and Paul Krah hanging out with me in the village. Stay tuned. We got more coming. There's Island with the Village, broadcasting right here downtown Arts District at Taverna Costera at Dragon's Alley. I'm Island Emory. Hey, aloha. This is Island Emory with the Village. Yeah, straight from the Arts District in Las Vegas. Today I got a special guest. We've got Gwen Strain as well as Paul Call, right? Oh, Krah. Paul Krah. What's up, man? How you guys, folks?
Fine.
Good. I love this lady. She's keeping me on my job. But you know what? We're here for Bikes4Vets. You know, it's a nonprofit organization here, and it's a dream. Created by this young lady right here. Now, she told me the story that she's from San Francisco. Yeah, and she started a Bike4Vets, and they gave over 16,000 bikes.
Yeah.
In San Francisco. Now, the reason I'm speaking is because this young lady says she don't like to speak. But we got Paul here to talk about the nonprofit that they're working for. Now, 16,000 bikes in San Francisco and now in Las Vegas. Why did you choose to move from Northern California to Las Vegas? Family.
My daughter.
Daughter. See, family is always about that main foundation. I want to make sure you support, yeah. And now in the Bike Vets program, you started why? Because you were just walking in the park, and you saw
Yes, I was delivering food to veterans at the Presidio.
City.
And I noticed there were 3 bikes, and I asked, being nosy, I said, who does the bike belong to? They said, belong to the veterans. I said, that's impossible. Those bikes are raggedy. And I got upset.
Yes, you should.
I think the veterans deserve more than what I'm looking at. So I got a bandwagon and started calling people to replace those 3 bikes only, I thought. Mm-hmm. But after I replaced those 3 bikes, I realized that not only did they need bikes, there were other veterans at that place. And I asked if people need bikes, and they said yes, so I just started a crusade of collecting bikes.
Mm. I know, man, but with that, 16,000 bikes that you put together in San Francisco, I mean, there must have been like a lot of obstacles to go through all that, right?
At first.
At first.
But once I was involved with the police department, Department of Works, and the Lions Club, they came together and they started supporting me. And they gave me the boost to, matter of fact, the Lions Club gave me a van to make sure I can get around. Then I had the police help fix the bikes. So I got a lot of help.
That's awesome.
To make it work.
Yeah. And all because of what? Because like you said, veterans they have a day for veterans, but what about the other 364 days, right?
That's right.
And to me, I'm a military brat as well as the guy behind the camera, and we always want to make sure we take care of our veterans and obviously our parents. And by you creating this program, it hit a soft spot in my heart. I said, you know what? Let's meet with Gwen and her organization. Let's talk about that because now you're creating it here in Las Vegas, and I heard there's some kind of some obstacles here, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Now I know you're kind of looking for people say, obviously helping hands will definitely get things going. But you said you were collecting. What is it? Fixer-upper bikes? Is that what it is?
Right. Paul came across someone who gave him some bikes, parts.
Uh-huh.
But those are very important because the bikes we get them from the police department, from the evidence. They're stolen bikes are lost. They need tires, brakes, wheels. So when we take them to the prison, jail, they need those to fix their bikes.
Mm-hmm. Now, Paul, I mean, you joining the family here in Las Vegas. You're a military veteran as well. In the Marines.
Yes, sir.
And
14 and a half years.
14 and a half years. And now, being part of this organization, I mean, how'd you guys come across each other?
Well, I was um, COVID happened, and as a fitness instructor, I couldn't go to a gym anymore, so I lost all my clients, lost everything. Ended up in in a situation where I was the person in need. So I went to the VA, and they handed me a packet of all these resources, and one of the resources was Bikes for Vets. And since I had lost everything, cars repossessed, all that, I had no way to get around, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll use a bicycle. That being said, um, I reached out to Gwen and I said, "Hey, I need a bike," and she said, "Okay, well, come to this event at American Legion Post 8." When I got to the event, she fed me, and I was like really impressed with. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bike." I said, "Okay, well, I don't necessarily need the bike for free. Is there something I can do to get involved in your organization?" And she said, "Well, what are you doing for the next 3 hours?" I said, "Anything you tell me." so that turned into, we went to U-Haul and got a 26-foot box truck, went to the police impound and picked up 80 bikes. And I, when I woke up that day, I was just like, gosh, I hope they give me a bike. And we went and picked up 80 bikes. And I was, I figured that for those who want to know, you can actually fit about 100 bikes in a 20-foot, 6-foot box truck from U-Haul. Just saying. $39.95 in-town rental.
This guy.
And I'm throwing that out there because U-Haul and I parted ways. I will say that at the time when that very first day that I went to U-Haul to get it, the boss was yelling at everybody, and I'm like, at the time I needed a job, so I said, "Hey, looks like you need some help, sir." He's like, "You start tomorrow at 7:30 a.m." He didn't think I would show up, and I did, and I ended up becoming an assistant manager. Anyway. The reason I tell that story is because Gwen's like my good luck charm, and I'd like to consider myself a godly fella. I am on Team Jesus, and Team everyone else too. But when it comes down to those things, Lord and Savior, thank you for I fall into grace. That being said, she's like the answer to my prayers. I needed a bike. Got a bike. Needed a job, got the job. I needed an outlet to do godly things to help others that have been in similar situations. And so having that opportunity is great. And then, I started asking more questions because I was curious as to how she got into it, and learned about the San Francisco stuff. And then, I said, "Well, how are you funding this? You're probably getting a lot of donations." She's like, "Well, kind of out of my own pocket, spending her Social Security checks on it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." That bought me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna do whatever I can, and I just thank you for this opportunity. I make you cry. I'm all right. Got some. Yeah, no, it's been great.
No, it's a blessing from God. You know what I mean? You have an angel sitting right next to you, and then you know that.
Yeah.
And I think she's, many things, through the course of an hour that we spoke, that your story, you made it into fruition from San Francisco, now bringing it to Las Vegas, and trying to find helping hands to help out in your cause. Now, when you say 80 bikes and you have to refurbish, are you the handyman behind this?
I'm good, but I'm not that good. So no, I'm glad you asked. The part of our program is, we take these bikes that need to be refurbished, and there's a program called I Am Possible, and this particular I Am Possible program is for the inmates at the North Las Vegas City Jail. So we take the bikes there, and as part of their programming, they refurbish them, and we take them, and then we donate them after that. What's really cool about that is, I had my entanglements with the law, and I spent some time incarcerated. There was no such animal. There was no such, programming to, you're just sitting there and rotting until it's time to, and then it's like, hey, here, you're out now. Good luck in society. And it's kind of like, things change. And I knew that from the military, being,
Right.
You can, as much as I would hate to do it, likening a deployment overseas to incarceration, kind of a lot of similarities there.
But
So-
now, when you take it to the North Las Vegas Police Department, are they welcoming? You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to work with the cities and stuff like that because there's some obstacles in it.
So, like she said, initially there were.
Uh-huh.
Initially there were. It takes a lot of coordination, because you're going to the jail,
Yeah,
and
right.
then they have to inspect us, and under the vehicle that we're bringing, all the bikes, make sure we're not sliding the inmates,
Yeah, right,
anything that
right.
anything like that. But
Contraband.
what's interesting is on their side, on the inmate side, they actually have to identify themselves as someone who wants to be a part of this program. They have to show them that I'm not just trying to do this to get out of something or, pass the time, really. I want to be a productive member of society. So, okay, they identify that. And then as far as the staff goes, there was one time the officer was like, "We ain't doing this," and then we had to call that boss and that
Right.
boss's boss because we ran a little bit late. It was kind of our bad, getting the U-Haul and getting there on time.
Right.
But then after that, when we explained to him, hey, we do this because we're trying to help, and it kind of softens the heart a little
Right,
bit,
right,
and
right.
we get better support when we go into it. Not like you're gonna do what we tell you to do.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
why
no,
we're here.
no.
We're here to help. So let us help, and a kind word is never wasted.
No. No.
So
But now,
Plus, at the end, when they graduate, they get a bike.
so when yeah, you were talking about that, during our break, that when they go through the program and stuff like that, and they've like you said, graduated or what have you, come out of incarceration, that they receive a bike on their way out. It's almost like a
So they're
diploma.
not starting off with nothing. You've got something.
Transportation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because I've seen people, even friends of mine, get out of the jail, like, hey man, you got a couple bucks, I can take the public transportation home and stuff like that. But if you there to give them a bike, I mean, that's so like, oh man, I get to start a new day, with a gift, and a gift, and they can just literally, you know, pedal themselves out into the world, I guess you could say, But with that, Gwen, where do you foresee the Bikes for Vets program going?
Well, we do serve nationally. I get phone calls from Ohio, everywhere for bikes. When I get that type of phone call, I call Lions Club or someone in that city or state and say, "Well, I have a veteran in your city or state who needs a bike. Can you help them?" That's where I can reach veterans that are out of our jurisdiction. It happens a lot. I turn the phone calls over to Paul. I get the phone calls. He makes the connection. Because I've been out
Right.
on this.
Right.
Yeah. With that, if I may, I want to, I think this is the appropriate time. Shouts out if anybody listening isn't in the Las Vegas area and you want to start a Bikes for Vets chapter. There are people in your area, there are veterans in your area, and this isn't just, we call it National Bikes for Vets. But in reality, there was a time that Gwen said, one day she says, Paul, go get a U-Haul. We're going to the hood and we're giving away bikes. And we went and we got a 15-foot box truck from the U-Haul, and we went to an apartment complex and said, hey, would you like these bikes? Are your parents home? Can they sign, for that? And we gave away bikes. And I was like, wow, I felt like really connected with my higher power that day. That being said, that was for kids. So homeless, kids, vets, anybody in need really has the opportunity. So, if anybody wants to get involved, not just, if you need a bike, reach out. If you have a donation, reach out. If you'd like to get involved and start,
Right.
please reach out.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow,
Chris
man.
is in a bike in the garage. From the day she had 2 bikes to be hidden from her garage.
Yeah, not just any bikes. This lady had 2 Trek. I think one was a Marlin 5 and the other was, but they were Treks, and that's not a cheap bike.
Oh, no.
That's like, so when you give that to somebody, anybody who knows something about bikes, like they're, it's like, oh, you need a car? Well, we're gonna give you a Lamborghini.
Wow.
Here you go. It's on us. And that's
all. I'm so I saw that episode, and of you speaking and to this that young lady, and you were like so amazed about these bikes in the garage, and I was like, wow, you know what? There's so many. It makes my heart feel so good that people are out there giving. You know what I mean? And I just I feel for you folks, and I really want to be part of you guys' journey and try to help you out. You know, with this going out into the our community or the village. We call it the village, where everybody needs a place. And I really thank you guys for even being with me today and talking about your guys' your project. And I think it's going to go far along with with the right people and obviously the man above. I think I think there's a reason that we're all here today.
Yeah,
You know?
thank you for having us. Like, oh my, but I had no idea was what this was, but this is really cool. Yeah.
No, man, it's all because of the blessing of this young lady, bringing it to fruition from San Francisco to Las Vegas. And
But I did notice something. I received phone calls from cities that said, "Can we use your name to start a bike program?" I said, "It's not my name. Start it." And if you look, there's a lot of bike cadet programs out there now. A lot of them. They're not just here. There's a lot of people doing it.
now, if people in Las Vegas or any place, do you guys have a link to where people can support you folks?
Yes.
What's the link called?
Bikes4Vets.com.
Bikes4Vets.
Yeah, so it's BIKES, the number 4,
Okay.
VETS, bikes4vets.com.
Yeah, not FOUR.
I love it, the acronyms. I love it. No, but I thank you guys for joining me and being so. I just feel spirited, with you folks telling your story, and I believe there's a reason that we met today. You know what I mean? And I think if Johnny's not so busy, I think we want to present you with something from the village. We want to see if we can. Can we give this as a gift?
Wow.
Where'd you hide that?
Can we give this as a gift for you folks to be part of the?
Wow, it's a Huffy. That's so cool.
It's brand new.
It's a little something from me to you, or the village.
You cut me off guard with that one.
No,
I was not expecting that.
no, thank you very much, sweetheart, for doing what you do in the community, and I hope to be of help
my
in the near
God.
future. So thank you very much. I have to say thank you to Gwen and Paul for coming into the village right here at Taverna, and many blessings and prayers to you folks in your organization. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be the first time I'll be hearing from you folks or seeing you folks. I think we'll be doing a lot more.
Well,
Yeah.
the table, somebody asked for a bike. With the table, I got a call for a bike. That's why I was on the phone texting. The guy was asking for a bike.
Really?
Wow, that's what.
He works quickly.
Yes, the man.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Gwen, for all you do. Paul, thank you very much for sharing the story. And you,
Thanks.
hey, stay blessed, stay young. And then, and then this young lady says she didn't want to talk. She's got a lot to talk about, but she don't want to talk. And she. So this is Island Leonard from the village, straight from Taverna, Arts District in Las Vegas, Mahalo. And we'd like to say, oyo, till we meet again.
Mahalo nui loa.
Yay. Hey, come get your fix. I'm Island Leonard with the village. Aloha.
You're listening to Island Emory in the village.
Choo! Yeah, it's easier. Why are you laughing?
I'm Island Emory.